degrees. And I was like, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. And people were
Right.
like, what the
You
hell?
guys don't even get a winter, right?
What?
You guys don't even have a winter.
No. It's like 2 days and it's in February and everyone wears a shirt like I survived the winter and it's like 40 degrees.
Perfect.
When I'm there.
Hey guys,
Hey, Amy.
how are you guys?
We're good.
Good, good. Hey everybody on there. Good to see everybody.
You want to go ahead and get started, or you guys want to wait? You want to wait another minute or two?
No, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead and get started.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go through recognition, guys. We had a really good week this week. So we had 13 new associates join us, and like Katie said, that's really, really a good thing. I mean, especially considering how much trouble we have sometimes with people giving us the objection of waiting to the new year, and they're going to blow it at Christmas parties. So with that being said, I think it's really awesome that we've had 23 new people sign up last week. Our 3 new consultants is Ashley Sanders, Kayla Abshire, and Dana Parker. So congratulations to you guys.
Yay.
Awesome. Our top cyclers is Bonnie. Then we have Anthony and Katie, Joe Moline, and Dr. Bruce, Gail Elliott, and then Shalane. So congratulations to those guys on staying on top with the cycles. So we have that going on. A couple of announcements. I know you guys saw that the chocolate mint shake came out. I think it was released today. So that's another. I think it's my favorite seasonal shake that's been released. I'm not a big fan of most of them. I think this one is exceptional and maybe one of my favorites. It's a good way to get your BV up though throughout your team. So make sure that all your team members know about it and know that it's out so that they don't miss out on it. And also, we have New Year's kickoff coming in at January 12th through the 14th. So New Year's kickoff last year was my first event, and it was phenomenal. I loved it. I think that everybody should get there, get your teams there. For obvious reasons, it helps to build your belief in the company. And not only that, but you have an opportunity to really get connected with your team. It was a really great experience for us to be there with so many of our team members that we get to see on these Zooms and interact with on Facebook. It just made everything more real for us across the board within our team and with the company. And any of you guys that have ever listened to Eric Worre talk, he always says how, for every team member that you get to an event, you can count on your annually salary or finances to go up by $1,000 per person for every time you get somebody to an event. So not only is it helping your team members by getting them there, but it's also helping you. And for me, it was something that we were talking about recently. Isagenix does a major event every 3 months, and I really think that they do that for a reason. For me personally, I know I can find myself slipping out of where I need to be and get off course and get out of track and just start slipping in my mindset sometimes. And it's really, really good. They have these events for us to plug into, and I don't think it's a coincidence that they have them every 3 months. So if you can get there, you want to get there. They're going to have some amazing trainers at this year's New Year's kickoff. Jay Bennett, Susan Sly, Chris Harder, Tanya Kirkpatrick, and a few other people. David Norrie will be there. And if you guys are going, make sure you download the Isagenix event app. And that's really all I have for announcements. I know that you guys are loving Katie's challenge that she's doing for us right now. I'm personally down 6 pounds, so that's awesome. I'm loving it. And Katie is going to talk to us about our next big event that's coming up on the 12th? Is it the 12th?
December 12th. Yes! Okay, you guys, I know that you're ignoring my phone calls and not talking to me because of the workout yesterday. So sorry about that. But I only had 11 days, so there was really no taking it easy on you. But today should have felt pretty good. Tabata Tuesday is always kind of mentally refreshing. If you guys haven't been plugging into the workouts and you're someone who's always like, gosh, I just wish there was something I could do from home, or I don't want to have to go to the gym, or hi, it's happening for free every day for you. So make sure that if you're someone who's like, I've done it before where you're like, girl, you can get director in a weekend. And like, I wasn't director. So I get that you're not doing the workouts and being an example of the product. It's hard to tell other people to do it, but it's the easiest, best thing you can do for your business is plug into these groups that we are providing. I mean, you're literally like if you haven't been plugging into the current one, which is the turkey payback, just know that the reason that we have people saying yes in November, which is the worst month. I looked at my last 2 years of November and it was like embarrassing, like disgusting numbers. And it's because everyone starts saying, no, 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 I'm gonna wait. No, 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 I'm gonna wait. Well, guess what? It's now. So if you start telling people, look, you're gonna eat before Christmas, do you wanna gain 10 more pounds before New Year's and have to start over? Or do you wanna allow yourself this great product for the days that you're not doing holiday parties? If you have a holiday party every breakfast, lunch, and dinner from now to New Year's, then I'll be quiet. If you literally have something for Christmas from breakfast, lunch, and dinner until New Year's Eve, then you're right. This doesn't work for you. But if you only have a few things from now to Christmas, you guys, this is going to help change people and change them now. So we're not stopping. There's no like, hey, that's okay, we'll just get them January 1st. Absolutely not. That's not an excuse that you're allowing yourself right now, because we can help people now. And guess what? It's December, 6th? So if people order now, they're not gonna have their product until it's time for the challenge for the 12th. We're running an 11-day challenge, and then they're not going to do Isagenix during Christmas maybe. So they'll have a whole week where they're kind of off the wagon. And then they'll have 3 weeks of product starting when? January 1st. You guys, if they were like waiting, hoping, going to start January 1st, that's a pack right now, because you can tell them that, hey, that's cool. I think you should start implementing into your days now. Give yourself Christmas off, but then you're already going to have everything. You're going to know how to use it. You're going to be like ready to rock January 1st. When everyone's trying to figure out and order their product and they're halfway into their new year, you're going to have it in your hands. So start selling that now. I haven't done a product video. I'm going to go live tomorrow, but my biggest reason is because I feel like if you have somebody that's on the cusp or somebody who wants more info, we need to be doing a personal Zoom or a personal call with them right now. So there is no excuse. I actually personally know that there's 3-4 executives that are working right now with all of you, that if you said, hey, can you do a call for me for someone interested in the challenge at 3:30 tomorrow? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So if you have someone that's thinking about it, don't wait for some video to send them. Put them in front of me or Amy or Jack or Jamie or Christine. I mean, every single person can get someone started for the challenge, but we are here for you. It changes. I just want you guys to think back to when you started. And if you started when these accountability groups were happening, then you're lucky. But when I started, we didn't have accountability groups running like this, and it was not as easy to stay on top of your people, to get the support, not just from you. I mean, Jamie can probably attest to this because I know she's like a big cheerleader for all her people, and she was basically giving them a challenge, an accountability group every single hour of the day. But if you plug people into this group, you have other people contributing to your new person, and it goes a long, long way. So please don't underestimate the power of allowing this entire team to build your business with you by helping each person get insane, awesome results and accountability. So if you guys have questions about it, the Christmas Belly Buster, it's going to be a hashtag Belly Buster, because Nicole brought up the fact that Christmas Belly Buster has like connotations towards Juice Plus or something. So it's going to be hashtag Belly Buster. I'm going to load the details on there. If you're not in that group yet, please request to be in the Christmas Belly Buster 11-day challenge, and I'll add you in there. But other than that, you guys, if you ever have questions, let me know about the workouts and things like that. But if you aren't plugging into that group, do yourself a favor and don't be the person that gains weight before January 1st to get restarted. The time is now. Thank you. Talk to you soon. See you on the workouts. Tomorrow's the last workout that I'm going to post, and you're not going to like it.
Oh gosh, that's awesome, Katie. I know every time I go to the bathroom and sit down, I think about you. I know that was your goal. Like, I can barely sit down.
Keep talking to me. Keep talking. This is great.
I'm going to pick someone off the floor, and I'm so sore in so many places. It didn't help that you were at my house though, and I couldn't even cheat a little. So yeah, that didn't help the situation at all. But well, I'm really excited, and thank you, Katie, for doing the challenge. Katie's so right. We're going to jump in and we're going to talk about we're going to do the lesson from the hustle in just a second. But Katie's so right. Do not let it get in your head that people are waiting until January 1st. Are there some people waiting? Yes. However, as Zach was reading earlier, we had 23 new enrollments last week. We had this week already, Helen's hit double pibs. Jennifer had someone go in. She has someone else going in. Bonnie has double pibs going in. I know that, so when we're talking to people, they are enrolling. Christine enrolled a 30-day today. And so people are moving. It's only Tuesday, and we probably have already added 10 people. But this is the difference, guys. We're literally saying, hey, we're starting this challenge, and a lot of it is your posturing. So if you're thinking, oh, they're going to want to wait, they're going to want to wait. But you want to really do that opposite and go forward. And the other thing that I want to beg you to do is to go through the people that are already on your team and get them involved in the December 12th challenge. I don't care if they're inactive. If you're not doing that, you are leaving money laying on the table, because this is the deal. Even if they're dead in the water, they've done nothing for 4 months. Get on the phone with them and tell them, do this December 12th challenge, because this is the deal, guys. I want you to think about, this was intentional. It wasn't by accident. We were planning this for months, that we were going to do a challenge during this time period. Because on December 12th, if your team members that are inactive, they're participating, they're going through. I want you to think about that December 12th through December 23rd, that they're getting results. They're posting about it. They're happy about it. And their friends are seeing their posts. So come December 26th, when people wake up and they're ready to start a challenge, they're like, okay, I got to get my stuff for January 1st. If your team members have been participating in the December 12th challenge and getting results and posting about it, it's going to be in the front of the mind of those people starting on January 1st. And so make sure you're not leaving money on the table. This is how we came ahead. I know I keep saying this, but this is how our team pulled ahead in September. And we had an amazing fall. And really why we're still seeing growth now is because in August, when most teams were saying, oh, we'll start when school starts, we were pumping challenges. So make sure you're pumping it down through your team as well as with new prospects. So it's good. I'm excited. It's organic, healthy growth. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and we're going to talk about the Hustle Challenge. I'm going to do the manage the participants. I'm going to mute everybody out only because I'm getting a little bit of feedback. So if you need to talk, you have a question, just unmute yourself. I'm totally cool with that, but I just wanted to kind of block out that feedback. All right. So we're going to talk tonight about first things first. I'm a realist. But anyway, first things first. And that is that you really need to learn how to answer questions. And this business is so story oriented. So you get in a challenge. I mean, my goodness, I could literally post, it hurts every time I sit down, but I'm so excited because my thighs are tight. Something like that. I could have posted that. I'm storytelling my journey. So everything you do, you're storytelling. You're drinking shakes out of shake cups. You're losing weight. You're getting fit. And people are asking questions. If they have not asked you questions yet, they are going to ask you questions. It's not a matter of will they. It's a matter of when will they. And if you do not know how to effectively answer questions, you're going to find yourself really in a place where you're backed against the wall, or you're losing rebates. You're losing the ability to make money back because you don't know how to answer questions. So we really want to fix that. I want to say this to you, and I want to say it so impactfully that you're going to remember this, that learning how to give the spiel and learning how to answer questions is a learned concept. I don't care if you are mega superwoman sales lady at the job you currently have. And when you come into Isagenix, you have to learn how to overcome objections based upon this industry and this company. When I came into Isagenix, the hardest pill I had to swallow was sitting through calls while Hillary did them for me, and I listened. I trained Hillary. I'm like, I trained you, and now I have to listen to you do the sales spiel. I taught you how to sell things. And so it was a humbling experience, but I had to do it, because what happened is people started saying, well, I have, I don't know, they were saying like, I am diabetic, or how does it compare to Shakeology, or whoa, that's really expensive. And I didn't know what to say. And so I was frustrated. I had verbal vomit just coming out of my mouth. I couldn't quit talking, or I was saying the wrong things or saying too many things. I had to rope myself back in and get trained. But this is the deal, you guys. I got trained in 3 days. Instead of spreading it out for 3 months, I got trained in 3 days. And once I got trained, I never deviated. I still really do the same product spiel that I did 5 years ago. I'm not changed. There's lots of ideas out there, but this is the deal. Whenever I do it, how I learn how to do it and how I know how to do it, I get recruits. And the numbers don't lie. And so you've got to learn how to give the information. So this is what I see happening across the board. I'm going to pull my notes up here so that I can kind of go into this. So what happens, I think, so many times is that somebody at work or somebody on social media notices something different, or you make a post and they ask you about it. Our inclination as human beings is just to say something, like to give an answer. That we're American. So somebody asks something, we want to give an answer. And so I think so many times what happens is they say, what is it? And all of a sudden, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but all of a sudden you start saying things like, yeah, it's undenatured whey and it comes from New Zealand, and oh, the cows there are really skinny. If you look at a cow from the US, it's fat, and the cow from New Zealand is skinny. And you know what? This is the deal though. I paid $300 for it, but if I were to go buy 80 Happy Meals, because really it's like 80 Happy Meals, I'd be spending $480. So really I saved $120. And oh my gosh, it's like, you guys, you have to know that that's the truth. Like all of a sudden you're like saying all this stuff and you're like, so what you've got to do is when someone asks you a question, like pause, take a deep breath, and do not let those words come out. Do not let them. Like if you have to like, I don't know, like put your hand over your mouth. I don't know what you got to do, but stop talking. Don't talk. Like tell yourself, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. I can't talk. Don't talk. The worst thing that you can do is say too much. If you say too much, they're going to get all kinds of confused, and they're going to hear one thing. They're going to hear $350 and they're peace out. See you on January 1st, which really, to be honest, becomes February 1st, because then they go, well, let me get my tax return. And then it becomes, well, I might as well just wait now till after Easter. Like it never ends. And so you have to be careful of what you say. And your job is to get them to listen to whole facts, to all the information. Now, another thing that could happen is someone asks questions and then you don't even know what to say. All of a sudden, you're like blank stare, nothing coming out of your mouth. So typically, it's either verbal vomit or you say nothing. It's the rare person that shows up at Isagenix ready to do a product presentation about Isagenix. I don't even know how it's possible. And so you have to recognize that limitation, and you have to get the training that you need to get, because people need whole fact information. They cannot make decisions based upon half facts. So when I came into network marketing 18 years ago, I would, every single night, I would put my daughter in bed. I would go to my bathroom floor. I would get down and I would pray. I would say, God, give me something different to do. I'm missing everything with my daughter's life. I need something different. And I would pray for that every single night. In February of this year, when my daughter was 3 or 2, in February of that year, I had a lady call me about Mary Kay. And she said to me, I really think that you could do what I do. Would you have a facial with me? So I had a facial with her. Then I had a party with her. And then she started saying things like, you could do what I do. I want a car and blah, 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 and this and that. And I knew one thing. I knew that when you came into Mary Kay, you had to buy inventory. And I also thought there's no way I could do what that lady does. She looks way too stiff. I don't want to talk in front of people. I'm a pretty laid back kind of person. I could never do it. But she kept saying, you could do what I do. You should do what I do. She would give me little pamphlets to look at and little things to read. And then she started calling me. And I finally got to the point where I told my husband, if she calls, say I'm not home. It was back before caller ID. So he would say she's not home. And I never signed up with her. And literally 6 months later, I went to my sister's house. She was having this party. I walked in. There was a girl there that was in Mary Kay. She had won a car. She walked up to me. She grabbed me by the shoulders and she said, I have been thinking about you for 3 months. I want you to sit down and I want you to listen to what I'm doing because I think it could be an answer for you. Will you just listen? And I said, yes, I'll listen. Same spiel. Every night I was praying. I was ripe and ready for the picking with the first lady, but she never had the guts to give me the whole facts. Cherish gave me the whole facts. I sign up. 5 months later, I'm driving a free car. I was making way more money than I was teaching. I'm quitting my job, and I'm in a hotel. And with this car celebration, the first lady that tried to recruit me was there, and so was Cherish. And Cherish, then the first lady said to Cherish and to my mentor, she said, Amy should have been mine. I talked to her first. That's what the first lady said, the lady that I just quit taking her phone calls. My mentor said, you never gave her the whole facts. You were too chicken. And Renee said, I wasn't chicken. I just didn't want to be pushy. That statement is my whole philosophy of network marketing. Our job is to share whole fact opportunity. Anytime we're giving half facts, we are not doing what we need to do in order to communicate what this business and what this product has to order. Renee's own self-confidence issues got in the way of my prayer that was going up to God every single night. I didn't care who I recruited with. I would have recruited with Renee. She just never asked me to listen to all the information. I thought she was pushy, and I didn't understand. We miss people when we don't communicate concisely and correctly and timely. It's way more about them than it is about us, because there are people praying. There are people needing what we have. We cannot afford, and people cannot afford for us to be too backward, have a lack of confidence enough to get whole fact information given to people. Whole facts. That 20 minutes of Cherish's time changed my life. It changed it forever. She probably wasn't comfortable, but she asked anyway, and I listened, and I'm still in network marketing to this day. So you've got to really keep that in mind when you're thinking about who you're talking to. Are they hearing whole fact information? Now, when you're out and about at the water cooler, or someone's asking you online, hey, tell me about what you're doing, what you've got to do is you've got to get them to the place that they're hearing whole facts. We want to train you so that when you're at the water cooler and the person says, what is it? You can say, like Cherish said to me, do you grab them by the shoulder and say, do you have 20 minutes, and sit them down and give them the spiel. Now, in order to get you to that place, we need to do 10 training calls with you. Not 2, not 5, 10. If you want to build a business, you need 10 training calls. You need them in a row. You need them day after day backed up together so that your retention is higher of how you're learning how to give the information. that needs to happen. It used to be, I would say to you, if you said to me, if Jamie said, Amy, I'm just really shy, I can't talk to people, I don't know, I would say to her, okay, so what I want you to do is say, it's nutritional cleansing. Can I send you a video? And after she watches the video, I want you to try to get her on a 3-way call with me. That does not work. It doesn't work anymore. It worked in 2011. It worked in 2012. The network marketing is so prevalent right now in 2016 that people are turned off by it. They've listened to all these marketing calls. And when you're asking them to get on the phone with me, they're picturing me as the used car salesperson with the plaid jacket that's going to talk them into buying things they don't want to buy. And so you've got to get to the point that when your friend asks you, you know what to say to them. Whenever a couple of years ago, I was looking at buying some Monat shampoo. It's sulfate free. It's natural. I wanted to buy it because I was having some allergies. And I asked the girl, Rainey, I said, Rainey, I want to buy some Monat from you. Can you tell me about it? And she said, oh, well, I'm kind of new. Let me send you a video. Let me get you on the phone with my my person. And I was like, oh no, I'm not talking to the person. Can you just tell me what it is? And she could never tell me what it is. She kept sending me these videos. And finally, I needed the stuff. So I literally went to Ross and I bought organic shampoo from Ross, and I never bought Monat in my entire life. And so, but if she would have said, this is what it is, this is how you buy it, it's how much it is, I probably would have purchased it. And so we have to be sensitive to our environment, to how network marketing is right now in this industry. So this becomes your question. Because what we want is when people start asking you, what is it? We want you independently to be able to give the spiel. And I apologize for using the word spiel, but that is what you need to be able to do. You need to be able to concisely, from beginning to end, in about 15 minutes of time, say to them, okay, do you have 15 minutes? This is what it is. Because when you do that, you are a walking billboard. Your sword is sharp. And you're going to be able to get people to say yes or no because you took the time to learn how to do this. And so your question is, what 10 people will just listen to the information about Isagenix? Our goal with those 10 people is not to recruit them. I don't care if you talk to 10 people and you don't recruit any of them. Our goal is to get you to the point that you know how to share the information. So when you're listening to the 10 training calls, you shouldn't be baking chocolate chip cookies and running the carpool and shopping at Target. That's not what you should be doing. During those 10 calls, that's your education time. So it should be BIC time, butt and chair time, where you're sitting in your chair with an outline when it's quiet and following along with your executive and really listening to how she's saying what she's saying. That's how you're going to learn how to give the information. So it's super, super important. And so your question is, who will just listen? Your question is not, who will do this? And I just want to say this in a different way because I want to make sure that this light bulb goes off. So for example, tomorrow I'm going to go get my Instrum from Having the Weave. And when I go to get that done, I'm going to a new hairstylist. Her name's Natalie. Do I think that Natalie is going to do Isagenix? No. Her husband's in another supplement company. They own a gym. They do other supplements out of the gym. But do I think she will just listen if I needed her to listen for my training? Absolutely. Does this make sense to you guys? So it's who will just listen. All right. So you're looking for 10 people. Your job is not to recruit them. Your job is only to get them to listen. So this is what that looks like. This is what I do. It's what it looks like. I don't know if Ashley's on, but Ashley had booked a lot of calls, and I had said to her, how are you booking those calls? What are you doing? And she said, I'm saying, can I call you? Can I call you? Send. 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 I'm like, is that all you're saying? Yes. Can I call you? Send. That was all she was saying. So she went through every single person that she wanted to practice on, and it said, can I call you? She sent it. Can I call you? She sent it. Can I call you? She sent it. Most people didn't even say, what do you want? Most people said, sure, here's my number. So when she called them, or when you call them, so you're going to say to your people, these are nice people. They should be people that are friendly, people that you think you can talk into listening. You're going to text them, can I call you? You're going to say, listen, I've been doing some nutritional products. I love them. People are starting to ask me questions, and I don't know how to answer. Would you be willing to get onto a training call so that I can listen to my friend, answer your questions, so I can learn how to do it? That's what you're going to say to them. And then they're typically then going to say yes, because you're just asking for training. You're not trying to recruit them, and you're asking people that you've already prejudged as people that you think that you can talk into listening. I can think of 10 people I can talk into listening. Now, I can't always think of 10 people that I can recruit, but I can think of 10 people that I can talk into listening. That is our goal, because as we're going through these accountability challenges and we're posting through this 10-day hustle, we're going to be doing some posting on Facebook. So you're going to elicit people asking you questions. We want you prepared. So I want to take this a step further. You need to have 5 done by Friday night. You need to have 5 training calls done by Friday night. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel like that's a big push, like that shouldn't be a huge thing. It's not. 5 training calls, you guys, if they're 15 minutes a piece, that's 75 minutes. It's an hour and 15 minutes. So you could spend 15 minutes for 5 nights. You can spend 30 minutes for 4 nights and 15 minutes another night. It doesn't matter how you do it, but get them done by Friday. Also, that helps you to give them a deadline. So when you say to them, I was saying this to Jennifer, because Jennifer's trying to talk to this guy, Shane. And so I was saying to Jennifer today, tell him you need it done by Friday. Because then you could say, I need to have 5 calls done by Friday. Is there any way you could do it by Friday? It gives them a deadline, and people need a deadline. People are not too busy over Christmas for 15 minutes. Not really. I think that somehow we've got that all wrapped into our mind. But if they're having a holiday party, they might have a holiday party on Friday, and they might have a holiday party on Saturday too. But there's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have 15 minutes. It's just really giving them that deadline to saying, I need it done by Friday. Is that a possibility? So once you do that, you're going to go ahead then and book that with your executive, knowing that your only job is to get them to listen. Now, I'm saying this, and I am telling you that I teach this, and I'll get on the phone with a personal recruit that I've brought in that's sharp as a tack, and I will have this discussion with her. I'll call her or him. I'll call him the next day on the phone, and I'm going to say, okay, so how did it go? And they'll go, well, the problem is my friends all want to wait and listen until after Christmas. Or they'll say, well, the problem is my friends all think it's too expensive. Well, the problem is my friend is using Advocare right now, and so they don't want to listen until after they're done with Advocare. The problem is, and as soon as I hear the problem is, like, it doesn't even matter what's at the end of the sentence. When they say the problem is, the remainder of that sentence is irrelevant. Because what happened for there to be the problem is, you said more than what you were supposed to say. Because if all you're saying is, I'm using these products, I need training, will you just listen? They're not going to say, well, the problem is, because you're not giving them any more information to say that to. When they say, well, what is it? Tell me about it. You say, that's the reason why I need training. I don't even know what to say to you. I don't know how to answer your question. That's why I need training. That's what you say to them. When you quit talking so much, people will say yes, they'll listen. And I'm not trying to say that. And know this, because some of you I'm looking at, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you that I can see your faces. And I promise you, you're probably all thinking that I'm talking directly to you, because you and I have had that discussion, but I'm probably telling you that I've had that discussion with all 30 people that are on here, because people have a hard time only saying, will you just listen? But that is the solution to the problem. Does that make sense? So that's all you're saying. Get it done by Friday. Make yourself do it. It's like me when Katie told me I had to do 200 mountain climbers and 50 jump squats and 50 some other somethings. I can't even remember what it was. I'm like, are you high? Like, if you weren't here, there's no way I'd be doing that. I'd be going and doing the row machine because that's way easier than this. But when she was saying you got to do this, I did it. It's no difference. It's the business world. That's what's going to take you. Because I know I'm going on and on and on, but all I'm saying is 5 days into the Hustle Challenge, people are going to be asking you, and if you can just get cotton picking trained, you're going to close your recruits. And if you don't, you're going to get stuck. Does this make sense? Okay. All right. Now, you're probably like, man, I would hate for her to be my mom if I were a teenager. Okay. Now, you want to start with the nice people. Who are your 10 nicest people? If you're not at paid as director, you need to do the 10, you need to do those calls with your executive. So even if you've heard 10, go back and do 10 again. I don't care. If you're not at paid as executive, you're not ready to be independent yet. I know that's really blunt, but it's just how it is. So go back. Our goal is not to recruit them. Our goal is to only get them to listen. Now, we're going to be doing these, and we're going to be getting into it. And I'm going to say something else. When your executive is doing the call with you, don't interrupt them. There are going to be times that they're going over the information, and you're going to feel like, oh, I know she forgot to say that. Oh, I would have said this. Don't interrupt them. What you want to do is, if there's something you feel like they didn't say, take a quick note of it. I think they didn't say this. But let it go full circle, and let them see if you just watch and see if they come back around and say what you were going to say anyway, but see if they say it in their story, see if they say it in a more gentle way, see if maybe what they're trying to do is to get that person to ask a question so that they're saying at the right time so that that person can be recruited a little bit more easily. Now, at the end of the call, after you let your executive go, so you're going to introduce your executive. When it's me, I don't expect a big fancy anything. This is Amy. She's working with me to train me. We have a lot of fun together. Amy, take it away. And then I go over the information, and then I'll hop off, and we're going to talk. This is another topic. I'm going to hop off, and then you're going to have the chance to do some follow-up. At that point, if you feel like I didn't say something or your executive didn't say something, that's the time for you to maybe go in and say a little bit more. But let your executive do their thing. So don't do a lot of interrupting. And so really, that's really where we're at, is those 5 people. So on the Hustle page tonight, this is what I want to see. Before you go to bed, I want to know, who are those 5 nice people that you're going to ask, will you just listen? What 5 people are you going to talk in the listening by Friday? Who are they? 5 by Friday. Who are those 5 nice people? And so I want to see that list on there. It's not like you could just say their first name. That way you don't feel like I might be giving somebody an idea. Just say their first name. So if it's Bob, say Bob. And talk to Bob. And so list down those 5 nice people of who they are. And you guys, it's discipline. You're not going to feel like it. It might feel good right now. Tomorrow morning, you're going to be like, oh, I got to do what? Dang. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. All right? All right, guys. Any questions before we go? All right. I can't wait to see your 5 names. I hope you still love me. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, guys.